What is up, YouTube? James Baek here. Welcome back to another episode of VGC 2018 Baek Battles. Today we're going to be using the Mega Steelix team once again with Tyranitar, Mega Steelix, the Cresselia, Breloom, Tapu Fini, and Rotom-H. Let's get started. This team, extremely fun. It's been a really fun team to use so far and practice, just to use in general. I've practiced a lot with this team on Showdown and off games on off camera, and it's really fun in general. I really do enjoy this team. I feel like overall I need to play a bit more aggressively with this team because I feel like sometimes I just don't play aggressively enough with the Steelix, and then it just turns out really bad in my situation because a lot of the time I'm like having members who are like not going to be able to do much damage, just get weakened early, and then they're not doing the damage to pick up the KOs I need to, and then it's kind of awkward trying to switch in Steelix in and getting that offensive pressure. So I feel like that's something I need to learn. It's been really fun though, like testing this out, because it's just really interesting that how this team plays. I feel like, especially with the dual screens. The dual screens, as I said before, come in clutch before, and it's really interesting because it really changes like the swing of the game for like the 5 turns, because like you make the damage calculations with your EV spreads, right? The EV spreads, usually you have like EVs for certain things, but then Reflect and Light Screen completely change that. Like, they really do change it a lot. As we got Malik from the United States, 1579 rating as our first opponent of the day. Bring out the team of Tapu Lele, Landorus Varian, Heatran, Kartana, Tyranitar, and the Salamence. So, it's always interesting to see Landorus and Salamence on the same team. 2 Intimidate users and 2 Pokemon 4 times weak to Ice. Fun fact. What do I want to go here? I'm thinking of just Cresselia and Steelix, because my opponent really doesn't have much pressure against them otherwise. Tyranitar's pretty good in this matchup if I figure it out correctly, so I think I do bring Tyranitar, and I think I bring Rotom-H. I am kind of liking Fini though, because like Self Swagger and Heal Pulse look pretty nice in this game, but like Tyranitar is, I want Rotom-H as a guaranteed way to handle the Kartana, because Kartana can be a bit of an issue. And yeah, I'm gonna lead Steelix. The reason is because if it's Tapu Lele, I want to get rid of it as fast as possible. Although, I guess the scariest lead I could see from my opponent would be like Lele Heatran. I think that would be the scariest lead, unless it's a special Landorus. If it's a special Landorus, then it's the scary thing. Because I ended up facing last episode was the special Landorus, and if you haven't checked out the previous episode, highly recommend checking it out. But I've been seeing special Landorus actually a bit more recently. It kind of dropped down in usage a bit, and then I feel like it's picking right back up. So let's see how this is gonna go. What's my opponent gonna lead? I don't know. We'll find out. Lead Cresselia Steelix here against Alele? Tyranitar Kartana. Oh, this is definitely not the lead I expected at all. Alright. I mean, is this good or bad for me? Kind of good in a sense. Also bad in a sense. Do I need Tyranitar in this matchup? I do think it's kind of expendable. You're definitely going to Leaf Blade Crunch, I feel like, the Cresselia. Get rid of it. I don't need Tyranitar in this matchup, as I said before. I really don't. The Sand Cresselia is definitely more valuable, I feel like. So I'm going to sack Tyranitar here and go for a Earthquake and try to pick up a knockout onto my opponent's Tyranitar, or maybe have my opponent burn a Z move potentially, because if I make my opponent burn a Z move, maybe Cresselia can live a double up afterward. But I definitely want damage output now, for sure. And if this doesn't work, I'm pretty sure Earthquake will put it in range of Thunderbolt. At least I always have that to work with. So gonna sack Tyranitar here. I don't feel like it's worth losing Cresselia here, as Mega Tyranitar is actually the Mon. So it's not going to be Mega Salamence, it's going to be a Mega Tyranitar. Which means no Z move from that, which is at least good. As my Mega Steelix going to Mega Evolve. And Sacred Sword shouldn't do too much, and Bloom Bloom's not going to KO Steelix or anything crazy like that. I don't know about a double up, I don't feel like it would. Leaf Blade into Tyranitar, I should survive this. Just okay, good. I thought that was a crit, and I didn't want to give that, I didn't want to give my opponent that, what's it called? I didn't want to give my opponent a Beast Boost, because that could have been pretty scary. Earthquake going to come out. Sand Force boosted, super effective, but Mega Tyranitar is a bulky Pokemon. it does hang on pretty safely. I get to go Rotom. Afterward, click Reflect, I think? Yeah, Reflect seems good right here. At this rate, I'm looking at, there's no Salamence in the back. I'm looking at a sweep here. Although I guess I could protect Heavy Slam. Which also I think works, but Earthquake does knock out Cortana. Should knock out Cortana too. I just don't know if you're going to attack with Tyranitar or you're going to switch out or protect. Cortana's not much of a threat here, but I do want to Earthquake just in case. It does hit both my opponent's Pokemon if you decide to stay in with both. Looks like there is going to be a stay in with both. Okay, I thought Landis might want to come in. Sacred Sword going to come out. That's not going to KO Steelix by any means necessary. Yeah, not even close. Rock Slide, just don't flinch, and we get a double knockout. Okay. Okay, nice Steelix. Steelix pulling through. Steelix wants a win. Steelix is mad. I don't know. Steelix looks like you see those like steel ring? Aren't those like asteroids? Are they asteroids or are they just like metal pieces of like iron or something? Okay, so I get a knock on Cortana and Tyranitar, so that means like Cresselia should be pretty safe in this game. What's coming out here is the question. I could throw off an Electrium Z, I could get a Reflect Up, depending on the situation. Heatran's going to come out, which is a scary Pokemon to deal with, and a Landorus. Okay. I'm more scared of Heatran, to be honest, or do I just want to Reflect Up? You probably just Rock Slide Heat Wave, right? I think I'm going to Reflect Up, get Cresselia in. I want to reset that Intimidate for sure. Although, damn, the problem is like, how am I gonna get the damage onto these Pokemon? If I don't get the Heatran with an Earthquake, I lose the game because Cresselia can't touch it. I'm gonna get Cresselia in. Great knockoff play. Oh, it's in a Rotom. Okay, I was like, whoa. Okay, calm down. All right. Get the Reflect Up as Heat Wave's gonna come out. Shouldn't do too much damage to my team. Yeah, I just hope for no Rock Slide flinch at this point. I think I'm just gonna protect here because I don't think Heatran can knock me out, and I'm just gonna Trick Room here. Yeah, I'm gonna Trick Room. I'm gonna Trick Room, maybe save Rotom-H because I don't know if Ice Beam's a 2 KO on Landers. If I get Trick Room up, less chance for my opponents to get a freeze, which is pretty big. Although you could knock off Cresselia here, but I feel like I'm okay with the Reflect Up. I should live Heat Waves with the bulk I have. It is gonna be Rock Slide, please, Cresselia. Always fighting through Rock Slide is like super scary to deal with, especially on a slower team like this, where like speed, momentum, or big KOs are really important here. Heat Wave, burn sucks. We get Trick 'em up though. Okay. I don't think the burn's gonna be too problematic, because I still live a Heat Wave, I think. Overheat, Ice Beam is my play of choice, and that's definitely gonna go out into Landers. Then I get free reign to Earthquake, Helping Hand Earthquake maybe. Well, let's see what my opponent's gonna do. Ice Beam, no protects. Alright, Overheat should knock out Landers at that range. I think we do live a Heat Wave. Yeah, we do. And it activates my berry. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So that means knockoff is not going to do anything. And we still have a Reflect Up. Overheat, can we connect on to the Landers? We do. Does this KO? Because that should win the game 100% then. We do knock out the Landers. So Landers goes down. And Rotom goes down to Sand. Oh, wait. Is this last turn Sand? Yeah. Unfortunate. So my opponent really wants to. You can stall out the Trick Room here by double protecting. I think I'm going to Gigavolt Havoc. Actually, how many turns are left? 3. Might come down to if he gets a double protect. You know what? I'm Ice Beaming my own Rotom. Okay, he doesn't actually go for the protects. Okay. I felt like he could have stalled it out there because I can't risk anything as Heat Wave going to come out. Like, I need to get an Earthquake off into the Heatran. That's how I win the game. So, as long as my opponent doesn't get a double protect, we should be good, but like, it's going to come down to that, isn't it? I feel like you... Alright. I'm going to light screen up first. You know what? No, Helping Hand. I was thinking maybe I could take the Heat Wave. I think we risk it afterward. I was thinking maybe I Light Screen, then I Helping Hand Earthquake, because Shuckle Berry Heatran's very common, so I'm not exactly too sure. I really want to get a Light Screen up really bad here, but I don't think I can risk it. Because maybe he thinks he can just lift the Earthquake with the Shuckle. He does protect, okay. Comes down to a double protect. Oh, just my luck. Just my luck. And if he fails to double protect and I don't get the knockout, I still lose anyway. So I'm going for the Helping Hand Earthquake. Because if he doesn't attack here, I also still lose. So no matter what, this is the best play and hopefully he doesn't get the luck. Oh, he doesn't go for the double. Yeah. He's Shuckle? Yeah, he's Shuckle. Helping Hand Earthquake should knock out Heatran. I would assume so. Come on, this is Mega Steelix. Come on, Mega Steelix. Show them why you're strong. Yeah. That's my boy. That's my boy. Alright, so Mega Steelix pulling out a clutch win for today's first battle. Man, that was close. Honestly, I'm really glad my opponent didn't go for a double protect. If my opponent went for the double, got it, he probably could have won the game. Like, the way I win that is I hope that he misses Heat Wave on my Cresselia and go for a Trick Room. That's my win condition for that. I mean, yeah. I guess I could have kind of got a bit sloppy earlier on. I mean, I guess the Rotom Heat thing kind of hurt me because I ended up taking a single target Heat Wave. I mean, I don't think it matters because I'm pretty sure even if I didn't do that, like, I think I explained my thought process. If he decides to protect there, he wastes a turn of Trick Room, and then next turn goes for the Heat Wave. I can't switch in Steelix, obviously. Then he's able to get a knockout onto Rotom and damage onto my Cresselia, and then he just protects on the last turn of Trick Room. I'm absolutely screwed. Because then he just Heat Waves, gets probably a double knockout. I would have to hope for like a Heat Wave miss. So either way, yeah, like that was my thought process. Didn't end up working because my opponent ended up going for the Heat Wave. But yeah, luckily we're still able to pull that battle through. And yeah, let's go for another battle. Alright, time for the second battle of today's episode. We got Snow Party from South Korea with... Wow, a Hail Hard Trick Room team. This is interesting. So we see Chandelure, Stack Attack, Abomasnow, Rhyperior, Glaceon, and Scrafty. Now he has 5 Pokemon really weak to Breloom, so that's actually pretty cool that Breloom should be able to come in handy. If I had Spore, that would be an amazing position, but yeah, we don't. So what do I want to go here? I'm thinking... Tyranitar's actually pretty good here too, if I can get rid of Scrafty. Four Pokemon I'm looking at would be... I think it would be... I think Breloom and Rotom-H is pretty good as the lead. Just because I feel like I could do what I did against the last Hard Trick Room team with Reflect switching to Steelix on the Fake Out. I have Steelix in the back and I think Feeny. Or I could lead Breloom plus Feeny and threaten a knockout on the Scrafty right away. Which also wouldn't be a bad idea. But I think Reflect Up for the entire game does sound really good. I am not bringing a way to control the speed. However, I do have ways to recover myself with Heal Pulse and Self Swagger, which could be useful. And Reflect is going to be really good in this game overall because of the fact that I feel like the most threatening Pokemon on my opponent's team are actually going to be the physical attackers than the special attackers. Because the special attackers I can handle with ease. Glaceon, Abomasnow, and the Chandelure can be easily dealt with, in my opinion. So we're going to see Chandelure Scrafty lead here. You definitely do want to fake out the Rotom, I feel like. Because of the not Rotom. Breloom, because of the potential for Spore. Tapu Fini would have been a great lead here, which is a bit unfortunate. But I think I could just go Feeny right now. I don't see... Do I need to get Steelix in right away? I don't think I do. I think I'll just go into my Yeah, I'll just go into Feeny, and I think I'll just get my Reflect up. Pretty sure a Fake Out's just gonna come out in the Scrafty. I mean, yeah, like, into Breloom because of the fact you want to avoid his potential Spore if possible. So I'll bring out my Feeny. If you Fake Out the Rotom, very good play, although Rotom's not really threatening you, other than a Will-O-Wisp to Scrafty, which could hurt my opponent, but I don't feel like you want to risk the Spore, yeah, so gonna get a Reflect up with Rotom. That's gonna remain for the remainder of the game, as let us see, it's gonna be that Trick Room being set up. Now, that Reflect up is gonna be pretty huge, as right here, Trick Room, Chandelure don't tend to run Protect if I remember correctly, although this one might. I feel like you would switch out Scrafty, if anything, to a Abomasnow, and then what? Like, I could see you going hard Abomasnow here, I just don't know which slot you would go into. I could see Chandelure switching on the Abomasnow, or I could see Scrafty switching on the Abomasnow, and since Scrafty does go down to a, they tend to be Assault Vest, so I'm not sure. I think I'm just going to overheat the Scrafty slot and just Scald the Chandelure. I don't think I lose much by going -2 right away, as my opponent's actually just going to stay in and knock off the Rotom, so Rotom going to be able to hang on. Shadow Ball, so I'm guessing it's a double up into Rotom because you want to prepare for that Abomasnow endgame. Rotom going to be able to take that extremely well and get a Scald off into the Chandelure. So get good damage on the Chandelure, and I am going to put this Scrafty into range of Moonblast if it isn't Assault Vest, but it is Assault Vest because that damage was very pitiful. So, one turn of Trick Room gone, there are still multiple that I have to stall out. Chandelure could switch into, I think, Abomasnow, and I think Drain Punch is going to come out. I think I'm just going to Moonblast the Scrafty and just protect Rotom here, because I honestly do think you want to save Chandelure just in case. Or you're just going to stay in. Okay. That's fine with me too. Is it a knockoff into the Rotom? No, it's Drain Punch. Okay. And then a Shadow Ball into Feeny? Yeah, Shadow Ball into Feeny. Oh, and a Rotom. Okay. Doubling up that slot once again. Moonblast's going to come out and target down this Scrafty. So Scrafty's going to go down. No more Fake Out. The Chandelure is going to be in range of a Bullet Seed if my opponent goes Abomasnow and then hails for a few turns. So this isn't too bad of a situation, yet it's not the most ideal situation, obviously, as I'm guessing the Abomasnow is going to come out. Maybe Tyranitar was better than Steelix, but I felt like Steelix could have been better because of Stack Attack, which I was afraid of. As we are going to see the Abomasnow come out, and now, that should be the Mega Evolution on this team, so what do I want to do here? Abomasnow's Hail is going to fire off. I could go Steelix on a Woodhammer. I think you're going to Woodhammer Shadow Ball. How many turns of Trick Room are left, I guess is the question. 2 turns. Okay, Chandelure is really weakened. Feeny looks like it's important for whatever's in the back. Breloom's really important too in this matchup. I think I'm going to go Steelix, Hard Steelix, and protect. I'll probably sack Rotom here. Oh well, I'll go for a double protective Rotom. I just need Feeny and Breloom in the same position, and I feel like I do win this game because of the position I'll be put in afterwards. So I'm going to get Steelix in. So let's see what my opponent's going to do. It's going to be that Mega Abomasnow coming out. I would imagine you want to make the safe play. I mean, if my opponent's just going to fire off Shadow Balls, I'm pretty sure you're just going to keep firing off Shadow Balls. Although maybe my opponent's trying to bait the Steelix, but I'm not sure if you risk missing the Rotom Heat, as Protect fails. Oh, it's a Blizzard instead. Oh, jeez, that did a lot to Steelix. Okay. Ooh, that's not good. Shadow Ball into the Steelix slot. Maybe Tyranitar was the call there. Very, very nice play from my opponent. I'll go Breloom and Feeny. Maybe I gotta hope that the Abomasnow doesn't carry something such as a... This is still tough. I don't know what my opponent has in the back either. Let's see, if it's Stack Attack, I think I'm okay. If it's Rhyperior, I'm okay. If it's Glaceon, then we're gonna have problems. I'm gonna protect Breloom. And I think just fire off a Scald into the Chandelure slot. I gotta hope that this doesn't have Woodhammer. If it's Energy Ball, Feeny should definitely be able to survive. So let us see what kind of Abomasnow set this is. If it's Wood Hammer, I hope it's maybe a low roll lane I can live it, but it's going straight for the Blizzard actually. Okay. Is it Blizzard Shadow Ball once again? Luckily I can't get frozen. Misty Terrain. Shadow Ball gonna come out into the Breloom, so Feeny takes no damage here. Trick Room's gonna wear out. The problem is what's gonna be in the back. It really comes down to if it's Glaceon. Did we see the Glaceon? The Glaceon's the one Pokemon I'm afraid of. Every other Pokemon I can handle. Like literally every other Pokemon I can handle other than as Reflect wears off, Trick Room wears off. And Reflect wasn't actually that important in this game. Maybe I should have just went for like a Thunderbolt into Chandelure right away, which I think might have been the play there. Let's see. Glaceon. Ugh. With that Snowcloak ability, is also going to be really hard to break through. Is my play to go for a Swagger? It might be, right? I think I Superpower Abomasnow and I Swagger and hope that Glaceon hits itself. Because I don't see a really big way that I can handle this endgame without it. I guess Thunderbolt was the correct play instead of Reflect, but I didn't think you would bring Glaceon. I expected Abomasnow, obviously, but I didn't expect Glaceon against a Sand team. So, Snowcloak is an ability Glaceon gets, so this Swagger is going to be very inaccurate in the first place, so I have to hit it and hope my opponent hits itself in confusion. Ice Shard. Wait, I take that easily. This is a knockout, right? Yeah, it doesn't. Superpower. Knocks out a Abomasnow. Okay. Double Ice Shard was really strange because I thought my opponent just had to click Blizzard to win the game. Swagger. I do connect. That's big. That's really big. Hale has one more turn or two. I think I'm just gonna Mach Punch Heal Pulse myself because he has to hit through the confusion. And he might just protect Glaceon if he do have Protect. It's kind of weird because I honestly thought this would be Specs Glaceon. Okay, Mach Punch. I'm gonna Heal Pulse. Let's see. That's just gonna be forfeit. What? Were you actually Specs Glaceon and you hope that double Ice Shard knocks out Breloom so you can beat the Feeny 1v1 with your Abomasnow? What? What? Okay, that game was strange. Really strange. I don't really know what to say. I definitely could have played better. The Thunderbolt in the Chandelure was a lot better. I'm guessing that was Specs Glaceon then. In that case, I don't get why my opponent didn't just click double Blizzard. Because Feeny wasn't going to threaten him at all. Blizzard was still going to be doing a lot. Maybe the like the PowerPoint thing, you're running out of hail, and then if you miss a few Blizzards, you'd be forced to struggle, and then you would lose. Maybe that's why, but I feel like you would probably have another coverage move on Glaceon. Maybe like Ice Beam or something that could win you the game pretty easily, but instead, double Ice Shard. I didn't even know Glaceon actually got Ice Shard in the first place, but wow, what a strange way to win. For sure. So, I want to reflect up because I honestly thought it would be Rhyperior in the back. And I thought Rhyperior could break through my team otherwise. So that's the reason why I wanted to reflect up, but apparently it didn't matter at all. Like, what? Okay. I think I'm going to get one more game. But what? I just don't understand. A very nice Blizzard call on my opponent's part too. Like, very good Blizzard call on my opponent's part. That was definitely smart. I didn't think you... Well, I guess you didn't have to target down Feeny. It wasn't really threatening your Abomasnow. It was threatening your Chandelure, but like, yeah. Oh, wow. Infernape Latias. We are facing some really cool teams. Okay. We got Latias, we got Landorus, Infernape, Kartana, Stack Attack, and Tapu Fini. Oh, by the way, the reason why I assume Specs Glaceon is usually they tend to run Specs. That's like the only item I've really seen on Glaceon and VGC other than like those people who go with Bright Powder, but usually they tend to be Specs. And Snowcloak is an ability that when it's like Sandveil with Hail, where you have basically increased evasion when the weather is up. So Infernape's interesting. We saw back in 2013. In 2012, 2013. I don't remember if it was used in 2008, 2009. I think it was. I don't remember too much about those formats. What's good here? Tyranitar is really good here if I'm able to set up. So is my Steelix. I think I want to go... what? I think Cresselia plus Rotom-H is pretty good. I like Steelix in the back, and I'm thinking Tyranitar is the last Pokemon. Although I could just go my Tapu Fini, which I feel like it's better in the... as a switch-in general, because one, I don't really have a good switch in the opposing Tapu Fini, and two, the heal pulse might come in handy quite a bit. So I'm not going to bring Sand Mode, unfortunately, which I feel like is going to limit the Steelix's damage output, but we do have Helping Hand on Cresselia, we have Swagger on Fini, and I can play a bit more aggressively since I do have heal pulse on this team. So Kartana, Infernape might be the lead, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. We'll see here, as we do lead the Rotom-H plus Cresselia against the Infernape Tapu Fini. Very interesting lead from my opponent. I wonder... so Infernape gets few options, Fake Out, Feint, etc. So I'm not sure what you're going to do here. They tend to run Focus Sash, so I'm thinking of just going for the Ice Beam straight away. Or maybe a Light Screen. Honestly, breaking Infernape Sash might be better here. Then I Light Screen the following turn. I just hope you're not Specs Fini. I mean, I would kind of assume Calm Mind on this team, but it could be Specs. But I don't want to risk a Fake Out. I think a Feint is, I'm not sure if he would go for a turn 1, especially since I could be like Scarf Rotom on this team. So I feel like he would Fake Out turn 1. Yep, Fake Out into the Rotom. Nice. As Taunt actually going to come out from the Cresselia. So I'm actually glad I did go for the Ice Beam here. Alright, so Taunt. Interesting. Ice Beam in Infernape doesn't really do much. I actually am tempted to Ice Beam again just because I feel... who should I Ice Beam? Maybe the Fini slot in case Landers comes out. I think I want to throw off a Gigavolt Havoc plus an Ice Beam, to be honest. Because if it Fini protects, I get the good chip damage I need to put in Thunderbolt range. Let's do it. Taunt Fini doesn't run Protect sometimes, so I feel like this is also a safe call. And even if it protects, like I get a lot of chip damage off, which I'm okay with. And getting rid of Fini off the field, allowing Cresselia to wear down its taunt and then trick him up later in the game can be pretty huge. Especially since you're taunting right away. I feel like either A, you didn't bring Stack Attacka, or B, you have Stack Attacka in the back, but you really don't want to get trick him up. And I don't think you bring Stack Attacka in this matchup at all with the Steelix. So I'm guessing it's a Landers. And maybe Kartana in the back. I could see Latias too. We're going to see Fini Protect, which is completely okay here. As... I'm going to get pretty heavy damage off as Close Combat's going to come out into the Rotom and do a really solid amount. So I could have Reflect up, which is completely okay here, as I will go for the Gigavolt Havoc here. Next turn, I think I'll go out on my own Fini and Ice Beam the Infernape again. I don't really have to target down Infernape because I knock it out with Scald. Alright, Gigavolt Havoc. How much does this do to Tapu Fini? Because I would like it to do a good amount, please. Solid damage. Although I don't think that's Thunderbolt range, so I think I do want to target down that Tapu Fini slot. So I do just want to go for another Ice Beam, and I will just go switch out into my own Tapu Fini. Like, we're playing a bit of a slow game right here. I am kind of losing that slow game since I took a bit of damage on Rotom. But of course, I could always heal pulse it back, so I'm not really too worried about that. And next turn, my opponent, unless you double out right here, I'm going to be in a pretty good position with my Pokemon, with my Fini especially. And Cresselia is going to be pretty healthy too, as we will bring out my Fini. Those Combat going to come out into the Fini slot, so Fini going to be okay here. It takes a bit more than I would have liked, but that's alright. As Muddy Water, okay. Cresselia Voice, which is actually... oh, Double Void, very nice. It wouldn't have done much damage, but that's still really good in general. Ice Beam into Fini. Gotta put it slower and slower. Ooh, that wears off, nice. Although I honestly expect another Taunt again, if anything. So I think I'm just gonna Moonblast the Infernape. Or should I just Scald? Scald is like a no drawback play. I mean, yeah, it hits Stack. Well, Stack Attacker shouldn't be in the back. I think I'll just Moonblast here, to be honest, because I feel like Moonblast does knock out the Infernape at -2 with the Ice Beam. What the heck? Gunk Shot. Pazinium Z. Oh, what? No way. No way. That's actually sick. I forgot Inferno gets Gunk Shot, but I honestly thought it was just a support set with Feint. Oh, that's bad. They're probably taunting, right? Oh, guess who just put himself in a really bad position? Yeah, he did taunt. I would have really had to predict that. Wow, really cool tech from my opponent there. Ice Beam. Doesn't do anything. I'm gonna go Steelix. Do I go Steelix? Can I win this game? I can? It's gonna take a lot of cards though. Man. Bazinium Z, what? That is a really cool tech. Okay, Ice Beam. Protect here. Wow. This boy's not monkeying around. Jeez. Okay. So, if I want to win this game, I'm going to have to probably protect Steelix, Ice Beam, and Infernape. Hope for maybe like a crit or something. I got to figure out some kind of strategy. Don't tell me you have Feint 2 and you don't have a Fire type move. No, you have Flare Blitz. Okay. Muddy Water. So, unfortunately, I lost a way to, one, break through my opponent's team and heal up, which is pretty bad. I'm going to have to probably sack Rotom and hope like Helping Hand Earthquake can get the job done onto Tapu Fini. But the problem is Taunt too. But I absolutely need Steelix to break through my opponent's team because Cresselia can't break through Stakataka, which probably isn't in the back. I mean, Rotom, he's only... Alright, I'm going to Ice Beam. I think I'm going to have to make a really hard play afterward. So I'm going to go Rotom, sack it to a Flare Blitz, and I'm hoping Ice Beam can finish off the knockout onto the Infernape slot, which is what I'm hoping for. As you do go for Flare Blitz. Maybe Rotom survives this, which would be nice for the spread damage on Muddy Water. It looks like it wasn't in Blaze range, but Rotom does go down. Alright, how much recoil do you take? Okay, Ice Beam should be able to pick up the KO. No accuracy drop, please, because I'm already really far behind in this game, and I do need to get the Ice Beam off in Infernape if I want a chance. Okay, nice. Alright, we get rid of Infernape. However, the battle is still an uphill battle. I had to predict whether Fini goes for a Taunt or a Muddy Water. If it wants to Taunt, I want a Helping Hand Heavy Slam, probably that slot. If it wants to... It's Landers comes up, yeah. That boy's a problem. Alright. I think the play is to Helping Hand. Well, I don't think you would go for... Earthquake. Oh, unless you have Earth Power on this. I'm gonna Helping Hand Heavy Slam and hope it can knock out Fini. Maybe with a help with a crit. Maybe if I'm going for the crit anyway, I should just Ice Beam the Landers. But I want to see how much damage this does, to be honest. Although Mega Steelix's attack is pretty poor, not gonna lie. A Helping Hand gonna come out from the Mega Steelix. Well, from the Cresselia to the Mega Steelix. Knock off into the Cresselia. Oh, are you just Muddy Watering? Ooh, can Cresselia live that? Otherwise, I could got Trick Room up and maybe just a regular Heavy Slam, and maybe that would put me back in this game. Oh, wow. Okay, no, Steelix doesn't matter. Heavy Slam. Ooh, that was actually pretty close, but no dice. Good game to my opponent. Wow. So the Taunt Tapu Fini and the Infernape putting in a lot of work. I think the big turn was the Z move onto my Tapu Fini, because that caught me off guard, and then I ended up losing one of my most important tools. I guess that's just me forgetting that Infernape gets Gunk Shot. I guess in the back of my mind, Gunk Shot was like, I didn't think it would KO since it wasn't a Life Orb, but then it turned out to be Bazinium Z, and then bam! Like, what? I don't know. Today's episode was kind of crazy. We saw Glaceon and we saw Infernape in today's episode, and Infernape putting in work for my opponent. I gotta try that soon. But anyway, hope everyone enjoyed today's episode of VGC 2018 Baek Battles. If you did, please leave a like down below. Shows your support, as well as you can check out the rest of my social medias. Man, that was a really cool last battle. And my opponent definitely had like the cards and played that phenomenally. But anyway, hope everyone enjoyed today's episode. You can check out the rest of my stuff down below in the description, such as my social medias, my Twitch channel, the side series on the channel, as well as the playlist. If you have missed the previous episodes of VGC 2018 Baek Battles, you can check out the pace bin of this team down below if you want to try it out with me. But otherwise, thank you all for tuning in, and I will catch you around in another episode.